a lot of updates that I want to bring with you. First of all, the ICE protest is ongoing, and the Trump administration is now trying to denounce this two killings that happened last month alongside the Jeffrey Epstein sex offender case. There is a new files that has been leaked to the internet, leaked to the social media, and we understand there are people who are implicated in these documents. It includes Prince Andrew as well as Bill Gates, and one cannot forget Donald Trump himself. These are very important updates, and I want to know more, but I want to begin with Norman Floyd Barnes. What are the other updates that you have with us that you may share?
Greetings from Washington, D.C. It's the first day of February. Today, we are still looking at extreme cold weather on the East Coast, but also the federal judge has ruled that the operation put on by the federal government can continue in Minnesota. That brings a lot of concerns, additional protests going on. Matter of fact, the president has stated that he wanted his ICE agents to avoid and not get involved with any type of protest that's going on in Minnesota and other parts of the country. Uh, we're right now we're bracing for another storm. We're actually going through another winter storm on the East Coast, and our government is on a partial shutdown, which means that funding right now until Monday, when Congress can get back into session, is basically on a uh, pause. Certain areas like the Pentagon, uh, certain other operations, the Treasury, and also one important FEMA has been services funding has been cut short. FEMA has about $8 billion worth of funds in place right now to deal with any type of immediate weather-related emergency. But after that, they are running out of money. So it's a lot of things contingent on this budget, which has not been finalized. So right now, we are waiting to hear how the budget's going on as the Epstein's files has revealed more information about the uh, president and his cohorts dealing with the past. So this information is coming out at the same time, and also some royal family members are also being brought into this. So this is not going away. At the same time, we are dealing with issues in the United States, and our armada in off the coast of Iran is staged waiting for the green light from the commander in chief, Donald Trump, to take action.
I'm sure you were hearing senior journalist Abdul Bari in the studio that there are multiple fronts regarding war. One could be diplomatic, and then, of course, there are psychological and physical war options on the table. I want to focus something that has shaken the Middle East over the weekend. Of course, I am talking about the gas explosion. As of recent, it was called 5 killed in a gas explosion in Iran in 2 different locations. Of course, one can be the Bandar Abbas, and another is in the northern of Iran. However, initially it was assumed that maybe it was Israel, if not the United States, that have carried out this issue. Latest, we found out that it was a gas explosion in Iran. And of course, Ali Largiani, who is, of course, Iran's Supreme National Security Council, he said that he is trying to de-escalate tensions with the U.S. Following days of heightened strain. I want to know more from Norman Floyd Barnes. The tensions in the Middle East, American power in the Middle East, especially when Saudi Arabia had come out last week to say that its territory, both on land and air, shall not be used to target any nation as well as Iran. More from Norman Floyd Barnes.
Yes, there's a tremendous amount of back channel communications between the United States, Iran, and the members of the Brotherhood in that region. The situation is very tense. the countries of the regions do not want a war, particularly Iran do not want a war. And the United States has a predicament that if they go in and they attack, what happens then? They remove certain people of the regime. Who will replace them? Right now, there's no plan. There's no someone stepping up to the plate stating that, if you take this regime out, we're gonna put this in. Right now, there will be more chaos, and we don't know where that will go. There's certain issues going on with Israel. Certain they have Mossad agents there that has been threatened to be exposed if the United States attack, and that will cause a lot of problem with Israel and certain people, certain countries in Europe also. So this situation is very tense. The back channel communication is very, very strong right now. The president's office in the State Department is communicating with Iran to work out some type of solution for this. Iran stated under no circumstances they will allow any type of attack by the United States on a facility, a nuclear plant, even a building. So they are stating we are not going to tolerate any attack by the United States or their proxies on this area. There will be all-out problems in the region for everybody. So the psychological part is strong. The physical part is on pause, and the diplomatic situation is deep and very intense. Right now, they're trying to work out a solution to avoid an all-out disaster in the region. Uh, a military attack is not going to solve anything. It will only exacerbate a bigger problem. And right now, no one knows what that could be. You go in and you hit a place, but it have collateral damage, and no one knows. One of the things Iran is very good about, they're very quiet on exactly what their capabilities are. So no one knows exactly what they can do or when they respond and when they respond. So right now, that is the big question. And we know that Israel cannot uh, defend itself if Iran decide to let the drones and let other things happen right now. So right now, there's a lot of conversation about keeping everybody pause, calm, and not go off on a tangent because they have once this thing start, there will be no way to control it. That's the issue. Uh, that's why we haven't attacked because we have no idea how the outcome is going to be. Yes, you can attack it, but we don't know what's going to happen from that, what may happen.
My question to Norman Floyd Barnes, it is a very trying time. We know that there are several bases in various countries of the Middle East belonging to the U.S. However, in the recent times, they have fended off any kind of notion of attack. Saudi Arabia came out saying that its territory shall not be used for this kind of aggression. On the other side, the Prime Minister of Qatar is in Tehran as of today. He is visiting Ali Largiani to de-escalate the situation, to understand how all parties can talk and mitigate this issue. Of course, everyone will come to the point of de-arming Iran of its nuclear weapons. Earlier on last year, we've seen 403 kilograms of enriched uranium disappearing inside Iranian facilities, and that is what tipped off the U.S. administration, and that is how all this aggression had started in the first place. So I want to understand what is the situation and what is your assessment, Norman Floyd Barnes?
The situation, as we stated, is a back channel conversation about the situation. The weapons part is being used as a get in for the United States to deal with the regime issue. The big issue is basically they're concerned about the government over there, and the government is not faring well with the people. There's mass protests, there's mass killings. The situation is not a very conducive one to work with the United States. So the concern right now is basically how does the United States have an impact on the internal issues that are going on in the country? Uh, it's very difficult. from afar, without having boots on the ground, without a total invasion. I do not see how this thing is going to really pan out. And the United States is not willing to do that. They are
Right.
not willing to put boots on the ground. They're not willing to take over the government. It's too big a piece to deal with. We have our own issues here. So the current situation right now, they are talking back channel how to communicate, how to come to some type of concession that we are doing something, but we're not taking over the country. They would love to have the regime say, "Hey, we quit, we leave, let's go out the back door and go." But that is not going to happen. Uh, so right now, deep conversations are in place to avoid a conflict. Like I say, the conflict right now will not be an advantage of the United States, will not be an advantage of the rest of the world, and Iran knows this. But the world is concerned about the current regime, the government over there, how it's ruling, and they are not happy with this. But we've been in this situation for the last, what, 15, 20 years.
Right.
So nothing changes. Nothing is changing. Is that the world wants to change, but the regime said, well, we're not going to change. It means you have to change. So how this thing plays out, I don't know. But something has to happen. We can't hold the military in a stage right now to in an attack stage without some type of activity.
Right.
So let's see what happens this week. Hopefully, peaceful minds, wise decisions, and calmer passions will take over, and we can avoid this conflict because it's not going to be a win-win situation.
Right.
You go in and you try to attack them, you're not going to come out unscathed.